Yes. Here we go.
Turn on your
notifications. It's the We So Classic podcast brought to you by WeSoClassic.com. It's your man D Dame in the building.
It's your boy Lou Hall in the building.
Yo, it's your boy Prez in the house.
Yo, it's your boy Recess in the playground. What's good?
What's good? Turn off your notifications in the playground.
I gotta go out of monkey bars. Where I'm gonna be going, my nigga. Like, I'm gonna get making moves, kid.
Yo, Prez, man, we got a special guest with us today, kid. What's going on, man?
Yes, indeed, man. Yes. It's an honor and it's a privilege to welcome one of my good boys from way back in the days.
Yes, sir.
My man from BK goes by the name of Alizé.
Yes, sir. All day, baby. What's good, fellas? What's going
on, homie? How you been, man? How you feeling?
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Just dealing with a lot of nonsense with this world and all this nonsense in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. Indeed. You already know. You know how it is.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You know how you do. But yeah, man, we go back. You know, like what would you say? Like, is it like
easily?
I would say
okay.
20. 20.
Let's see. I started working in the bank as a messenger.
That was
Jesus Christ. I started working at the bank like in 97. Like 96, 97.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I think I probably started like right before you. Probably like maybe like 6 months.
Yeah,
before you,
way back, man.
Yeah.
That's the funny part about it. Y'all know each other for that long, but Prez is like at least 30 years older than you, though. That's the funny thing about it.
Come on, man.
Work. I don't get
Prez is the elder statesman of the We So Classic podcast. You got to be at least 60 years old, minimum, at least 60. Man.
He keeping it fresh though.
Tell him.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Countless arguments about sneakers and hip hop and working in studios and doing sessions with freaking Sean P, all lyrical. Let me tell you something. That one session we engineered with Sean P was by far the most ridiculously funniest session ever, bro. I'm talking about we were practically killed over with the way this dude was just joking around nonstop. And the guy that he did the intro with was for DJ Rob Lowe. He was doing the intro for his mixtape. Yeah, Rob Lowe's still out there doing his thing. And all lyrical. He's still out there doing. He's a Colombian cat. He's on the gram. He's killing them right now. That was just ridiculous, man. And then some of the nonsense we saw in videos, we saw coming up. Yo, you remember that time Reggie got it? The owner got into a fight at the shoe store.
So wait, hold on. We gotta give it some context, though, bro. We gotta give it some context. So hold on. So let me set this up properly. So we used to work at this bank, right? We used to work at a bank in New York, downtown Wall Street, man.
For the Rothschilds, for the Koch brothers. All right.
Through his connect, he put me on to this studio that just opened up in Bushwick, Brooklyn. Over there on Graham.
No, it's called Graham Avenue.
It's Graham. So he puts me on. Him and the owner was cool. So he knew that I was into the music and they were looking for engineers and all that. And so he plugged me in. So me and him both was working there, interning basically at the spot. It was brand new. Shout out to my boy Jason. He definitely looked out. And it was just wild, man. We were just working like on a Thursday, Friday night, Saturday night, just putting in mad hours, just working with a lot of people that were well known within the industry. Sean P, like he said, Mev Bleak came through.
Yeah.
We had what was the name of that dude?
What about Veronica?
The Puerto Rican
Spanish
chick, right? Yes. Nah, Puerto Rican Spanish chick.
Oh, okay.
Remember when they wanted me to go in the booth and hold the door for her?
No, there was somebody else, a well-known artist that came through there though, bro. It was somebody, I can't remember. It'll come to me. But
Seamus had came through.
Seamus, yeah. Seamus came through. Seamus was down with DJ Dot.
Yeah,
DJ Dot,
DITC, digging in the crates. Yeah.
So it was definitely a lot of like stories, a lot of memories from those days, man, from those years.
Yeah.
So the situation that you're talking about specifically, you say Jason ran up in the store. Because what had set it off though? Like,
he got mad because they didn't bring him the sneakers he wanted. The next thing you know, all you hear is the boy banging, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I'm one of the boys now, but back then I was like, no, I don't want to deal with the boys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they banging on the door. I let him in. I'm like, yo, you are? He's like, yo, shut off the lights. Go upstairs. So I got the pucker moment. I'm like, oh, my mama gonna kill me if I get locked up. Sure enough, like 5 minutes later, you see the boys knocking on the door, looking, and he had cameras. He had everything.
Yeah. That's right.
So we seen everything from upstairs, and I'm just sweating. I'm like, how the hell am I gonna get out of here? You know, I'm a big boy. I ain't climbing down no walls. I ain't climbing down no fire escape. None of that nonsense.
But they ended up they ended up bouncing though. They ended up
going their own way. Their own way.
Yeah. I forgot about that shit, man.
Nah, man. I remember everything. I remember how many arguments you and I used to have all the time too.
Yep.
We was always arguing.
Yep.
You know?
For sure, man.
That's crazy.
Nothing sound like Prez, man.
Nothing ever changes.
I say nothing changes.
It was fun. It was definitely fun.
Definitely fun, man. Yo, you remember that time? I haven't really talked to too many people about this, but remember the time when the Wu-Tang was supposed to be sending Capadonna to the studio?
Yep.
And remember when the person showed up?
Yep. You're like, you're not Capadonna.
You're not Capadonna, nigga.
You Kappa broke. That's what
Crapadonna and shit. Yeah,
Crapadonna.
Yo, they had this dude crazy, impersonating fucking Capadonna from Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Wow.
Impersonating this nigga. He pulled up in he came in a limo, right? He pulled up in the limo.
Yeah.
He had like 2 chicks with him. On some, I need to book some studio time. And so he called first. He was like, yo, I need to book some studio time. So Jason was like, yeah, no doubt. He was like, yo, he got hype. Jason was hype. We were like, yeah, we got the woo coming through.
Yep.
Son. Yo, while we was up cleaning like all night, like putting everything in order, going shopping for this and that and shit.
And nothing.
So the nigga comes through though. He comes through. And I'm looking at him. And now remember, this is early Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang had just kind of like started popping.
Is the Cream video?
This was after the Cream video.
Yeah. Like they were finally getting that street buzz.
They were getting that buzz. But Cap wasn't really
like thunder. I want give me your number. You know who he is.
But Cap was locked up though. You notice Cap wasn't in that first video. He wasn't in the Protect Your Neck video. He wasn't in the Cream.
None of that. He was locked up.
No.
Hold on. You talking about all the way back then when they first came out?
Yeah. But you feel they dropped Wu-Tang. I remember when I was in high school in graphic arts, they had just dropped like 93, 94.
94.
They had just dropped like 94.
94, so, I believe.
Yeah, the time at the studio, they were already like getting that buzz from that second and third album where they were already caking it from putting joints out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's when dudes was just starting to pop out the woodworks from Staten Island, dudes that they had been locked up and started putting them on videos and putting them on with all of that. You know.
Yep. So everybody else pretty much you knew who they were, but Cap was like the last person to really get on. So Cats didn't really recognize and they didn't really see his face too much. But I knew. I was like, this nigga pulled up. I was like, that ain't Capadonna. I was like, but the nigga played it off. And yo, not for nothing, Jay didn't pick up on the shit, yo.
No, he didn't.
Jay didn't pick up.
Jay
on
was
the
a
shit.
little oblivious to anything too.
He was oblivious to that shit. But I was, me and I was like, yo, that dude ain't Cap. So we in the studio or whatever, and we telling him like, yo, son, I don't think that's Capadonna, bro.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, yeah.
Yo, Prez, we all knew you mistaken debt for
Listen. Yeah, that was my other Wu-Tang story. Exactly. I knew.
Oh man.
Yo, Prez got two stories.
This dude, he was just acting real shiesty, real shady looking. So finally, nigga, Jay made some phone calls, whatever, and basically found out that this dude really wasn't who he said he was. Plus, he never came with no bread. Like, he came
was trying to get it for free.
He was trying to get a free studio session, basically. Jay was like, yo, listen, after like an hour or whatever, Jay was like, yo, I'm gonna need y'all to pay me for the studio time and shit. Dude started coming up with all kinds of excuses. He was like, yeah, I'm waiting for such and such to come through.
The label was gonna send the money.
The label gonna send the money.
Yeah.
All that. Finally, the dude realized, he was like, you know what? The jig is up and shit. He was like, yo, I'm going to run down to the car real quick.
Oh, my God.
Nigga runs down to the car.
Peeled out.
Try to peel out. But we went after him, though. So we went after him.
Wait a minute.
Jay was like, yo, nah, he ain't going to beat me. He ain't going to beat me for this bread. So we all ran down.
We were like the broke version of Death Row chasing this.
Yo, it was hilarious, man. But eventually, you know how that story ended. They hopped in the car, they peeled off and shit.
Yeah, basically.
And then it was what it was, man. But
man, that was
surprise. That's what you mean.
Oh,
man. Say that again.
Awesome. That's what you mean.
It was what it was.
It was a loss. We didn't get none. We were interns pushing the studio, and then at one point, me and Reg were caking it. I'm talking about we were bringing this dude easily, maybe $5,000-$6,000 a weekend, man.
Wow,
$5,000 and $6,000 a week. Because I remember I had one of my friends. He had a little group out of Queens called Tomorrow's Weapons or something like that.
Dudes. Yeah.
Which I still stay in touch with him. And like they were coming in there just dropping. It was like a group of like 7 dudes, but I'm talking about they were booking 15 hours straight up cash.
Studio time. Yeah.
Straight up cash. Every weekend, 15, 20 hours.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Me and Reg were just looking for $1 meal or something. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, don't worry about it. When we blow up, y'all gonna see I'm gonna take care of y'all. In the back of my mind, I was like, dude, I'm hungry. You need to buy me a sandwich or something with that damn money you done made. You know what I'm saying?
He was putting in a lot of work, man.
A lot of work.
We was doing that street team shit. Remember?
Oh, wow.
He was out there crazy. Passing out flyers, passing out mixtapes and shit like that.
Illegally posting stuff on walls and all that crazy nonsense.
Stickers, throwing up stickers, all that shit.
Yep.
He was out there. We was working, man. We was working for real. It was good times though, man.
Yeah, man. You live and you learn,
Yeah, for sure, man.
I had a good time though, I tell you that much.
Yes, sir.
Best time.
Yes, indeed, man. Yeah, man. But what else, man? So what brings you? What was it like that attracted you to hip hop? Like what was the first thing, like the first song, the first artist that you could remember that like kind of like got you interested?
That drew me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Ron. You probably know this right now. It was So What You Saying by EPMD.
EPMD. Yes.
I have every one of their albums. And as a matter of fact, the dude that did the wiring for the studio was Ivan Doc Rodriguez, who actually engineered. Remember, he did all their albums. The majority of all their albums for them. So just like vibing with the dude while he's plugging in wires. I'm like a little kid. I'm like a fat boy at a buffet, and I'm like, holy shit, this is the dude that engineered all the shit I like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Right,
after that, it was just. But remember, Reg, I know OC.
Okay.
I know OC because remember, me and O go back crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And when he put out that Born to Live, forget about it. He put Born to Live, Alive to Die, Live so damn hard. That one. That was just a scripture to what we were dealing with in our neighborhood, in Williamsburg projects, Bushwick projects, all that neighborhood. You know, we had all of that. Had Borinquen. We had all that. There was all that drama that it all crossed over. It was like if you were at Playtime where it was located, you had Borinquen houses. Them dudes didn't like Williamsburg dudes. Yeah. Like Williamsburg houses, dude. So even if you had a fitted or a game hat, you knew the minute they knew you were from that side, they were like, there you go, running down the block so they don't get your damn game hat or whatever the hell, or your colorful beeper or whatever the hell it was you were rocking at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not for nothing, but we was right in the middle, bro. We was in the middle of all the projects, man.
Yeah, we had Marcy.
Yeah, Marcy on one side, Tompkins on the other side.
Yeah,
Sumner projects, yo. We was in the middle side.
Yep.
You was right in the heart of that shit, yo. And he had Woodhull, you know what I'm saying? Every time.
You chill him.
Yep.
You kill him, we chill him.
Anytime anything popped off, they take it right up the street. He was right up the street from Woodhull.
Yeah.
So he was always popping up there.
And J Train was right there in case you had to run because you didn't live in the neighborhood.
Yep. For real, man. Shout out to all the Coochie Fritos.
Yeah.
That was out there, man.
That 2 and 3 in the morning jump off, it always helped you when you had that hangover.
Hell yeah.
So, you know.
A lot of Brooklyn talk, man.
Yeah, that's what it is, kid.
Yeah. For real, man.
I mean, but he made the transition, you know. He's over in Jersey now, you know, doing his thing.
Man.
I'm out here in Staten Island providing better for the babies, you know. Ain't nothing wrong with Project Life, but with the way things are going right now, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just absolutely crazy. And it's a shame how it's just evolved. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The city itself, like we like the way same way like they have it like Harlem Week, we had Williamsburg Day, where they would shut down the blocks and everything, and now you can't even get permits to do it. You can't even do it. So where the kids gonna go? They ain't gonna go nowhere. They're gonna play their ball. They're gonna do whatever they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's crazy, man. It's saddening, basically. It's saddening.
Yeah, the youth, man. The youth is not like it used to be, man. I mean, we used to wild out, but you know, we knew our limits. You know, we ain't take it too far. You know, you still was able to know how to go out and have a good time and, you know, respect your elders.
That's the whole thing with it. Like these kids nowadays, they, you know, like, yeah, I'm a cop. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't in my realm. It wasn't even my path, actually. You know what I'm saying? It just came down to, all right, I got an associate's degree. It's time for me to get. I got to sit. My girl, who's now my wife, she came out pregnant with my daughter. My sisters were always in the city. They were always about, you got to get a city job. You got to get a city job. You got to get a city job. Fuck it, I did it. I went to school safety. That was worse. I did the school safety thing. I did that for 5 years. I learned a lot. I just got fed up with the whole hierarchy because you had these people that were bosses. You know, I went in late. So I wasn't a baby when I went in. So I went in at 30 years old to deal with high school kids. You know, I'm at that level where like they say something to me, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm gonna reciprocate it right back to you.
Without doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So then with that being said, you know, the supervisors, you know, they're cheesy. They think because they got a little bit of rank, they could talk to you. However, so my boy just signed me up for the exam without me knowing.
A word?
Yeah, he signed me up for the promotional exam. So I got the notice. I said, what's the worst that could happen? I said the worst thing that could happen is me passing the exam.
Right.
My dumb ass passed the exam. So I passed it, went in, whatever. And like the minute I graduated, my whole goal was just, I gotta be in the hood. I said, I have to.
Right.
I said it to myself. I said, I have to be in the hood. I can't. So I started patrolling the areas that I grew up in. Marcy.
You started, yeah, he was in Bed-Stuy. He was in the Stuy.
Yeah, I was right up in the Stuy. And what's crazy is I'm seeing dudes that I ran with when I was a teenager. So they're telling the young bucks, yo, give him his respect. He's real. He's not gaming. He's not cheesing on anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing a lot of stuff in the community, doing basketball games, meet and greets, where like I'd set up a table and just sit there with like drinks and stuff for the kids to come and get them. You know, the dude that was like I walked like I was working a 7-5. I walked into going to one of the projects. The dude saw me, and he ate his blunt, and he's grilling me, and I'm just looking at him like. So he eats it, and he's like, "What?" I said, "Well, I was actually going to just ask you if you could go do that somewhere else, so I could just finish doing what I was going to do."
Wow.
So he looked at me like, "So wait, you weren't gonna ticket me?"
Try to harass you, and you know.
I said, right, exactly. So what it boiled down to was me telling him, "I'm not trying to ruin your Friday night, the same way I don't want you to ruin mine."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. You know what?
So that's one of the things, though. It's like you know how to deal with the people in the community because you came from the community,
right?
You know what I mean? Right. You understand what it is to grow up in the hood, and you know how to handle yourself in the streets and how to handle yourself around your peoples.
Yeah, definitely.
But the problem is you got a lot of officers out there that's not from that neighborhood that they working in. And never really had to deal with people that don't look like them. You know?
And it's crazy you say that because there's always one line I use with like when I first transferred to Staten Island, it was a shell shock for them on how not rugged but how forward I was. Like when they had their little sideways remarks, I shut it down. I didn't entertain anything they had to say about me. You know what I'm saying? Like no, it's not happening. So like a lot of them, like once they got to know me, I used to tell them, "I'm sorry, my project didn't have a white picket fence," and they don't get it. And they're like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Listen to what I'm telling you. In the projects, you have chain link little fences or that little stupid bar with the one chain that you would sit on it and flip off of it because you thought you were cool. You know what I'm saying?" But I tell them, I said, I ain't come up. My daddy didn't work in the stock exchange. My dad worked with me and Reggie, as a matter of fact. He was one of the main maintenance guys. You know what I'm saying? In the same, the guy literally retired with 41 years in that same building.
Wow.
Yeah, 41 years. You know what I'm saying? These kids don't know what it is. They don't know what it is to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what it is. I tell them straight up. I said I came up in a household where two parents had to work. It wasn't a thing where dad worked and mom worked just so she could have her money to go do her nails and her hair. No, they had to combine their money just to pay the rent. You know, and back then there was no such thing as financing or leasing a car.
Right.
You went to Papito's mechanic spot that he had a car for like $1,200 and you bought it, and then whenever you saw a car that was stolen on the side of the street, you stripped it and got your parts for it.
Right.
I bought $1,200 too. So that's how I was the first one. A Mazda 3.
Oh God,
323?
323.
That little motherfucker.
You talking about Reg? You bought a what was it you bought? You bought a Honda.
I bought a Honda Accord. Yeah, a little coupe. Yeah, I had a Honda Accord. But yo, speaking of Mazdas, remember Jay had the Mazda MPVs?
Oh God!
Used to pile in the MPV. That's when MPVs was popping.
Yep.
Them was the shits, yo, back then, yo.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but I had my little two-door, little coupe Honda Accord and shit.
I had my Metro card. I was good. You know what I'm saying? The insurance wasn't much. You know, it did a lot. I got a lot of miles out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. For sure, man.
But yeah, it's good to see you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. All of y'all doing your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? all of these things that y'all doing, you know, I'm telling you, man, I do so much. It's just rough. Right, it's not easy out there, man. I've got about 5 or 4 injuries. 5.
Damn.
I got about 5 line of duty injuries.
Wow.
From fighting, you know what I'm saying? I like my middle finger on my gun hand, like it literally got destroyed fighting with a dude. Like all my tendons, my muscles, everything were jacked up on it.
Wow.
I cut my hand open trying to handcuff a emotionally disturbed person. I almost tore my Achilles heel on like a 6 blocks foot pursuit. Man, I had stories I could tell you, bro.
Damn, 6 block foot pursuit. Ooh.
That's when I used to be able to run. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I could give you a good tool. A good tool.
But you know what it is? You know what it is, though, man? It was in the 7.5, man. 7.5, everything is guns, man. And I'm talking about dudes would literally believe. You be 2 blocks away, they're letting off on the corner right there, like knowing you 2 blocks away.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just that's like
crazy.
you know, but I think coming up the way I came up was what led me to not. I'm not gung ho. I've never been that gung ho dude. Never been like that. I've never been that person to get into an argument with a dude in a club and then just duff him and be like, yeah, put him out. Nah. Like I'll let the dude voice his opinion. I'll be like, all right, you done? And then they'll look at me. I'll be like, I'm just saying, you want to argue over a chick I'm dancing with? What if I just bought you a beer and we called it a day?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And they look at you like, no, I'm not fighting for some little skis that you just met up in a spot, bro. Please.
Right. That's all you got to be, though, man. You got to use your brain, man. No reason to have to like resort to violence all the time. Man. It's not worth it.
Yeah. That's what I tell people. Like nowadays, when they'll stop me. Oh, somebody's doing something. I'll be like, all right. And like the guy I'll be working with, they'll be like, we're going over there. I'll be like, we're going to take our time going over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because in this day and age, the technology has given so many liberties to everyone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like last week, I was just involved in a car accident. And the first thing you see the people do that was standing on the corner waiting for the bus was take out their phone.
Man.
You know, back in the days when there wasn't no phones, you got into a car accident, the people standing on the corner were like, yo, are you okay? You want to call the police?
Right.
Yeah.
No, the first thing they wanted to do was take out their phones because they thought they were going to see a fight because the person got out wilding out. Not me. I called 911 from my car, whatever, gave them the little codes and all the little passwords, whatever. And I stood my ass in the car and said, nope, he ain't getting me on camera.
Right.
He ain't going to get me doing nothing stupid, especially over a car. Especially over a car. You
Something
know
that can be replaced.
Easily. Very easily replaced, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but, you know, hip-hop played a lot into the way I was, too. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was a rapper at one point. Reggie remembers that.
Yeah, he used to
All
spit.
of us.
Spit some bars.
A little something, you know what I'm saying? That was
something.
then, you know. But now, yeah, those were good days, man. Those were good days.
How you feel about this whole the hip hop police, man? Is that still going on? Is you hear anything, you know, in the precinct about, you know, these different squads that are going out and targeting these hip hop artists?
Well, you see, I'm in Staten Island, so ain't nobody out here to target. You know what I'm saying? They already have that whole we already have the black cloud with the whole Eric Garner thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That cloud, it follows us to the day. Listen, I got 8 more years. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I mean? I could be just patrolling in my regular area, and you'll hear someone say, they'll start something. Perfect example. I got a call the other day to a nail salon. A lady was fighting with the nail salon lady. I go in there. I said, ma'am, can you please just step out the location so I could talk to you? So she's on the phone. I tell her, could you just hang up your phone so we could discuss what's going on? She tells her friend on the other line, don't hang up the phone. They don't have body cameras. Why would I want to fight you when I don't get it. Like, what does me having a body camera have to do with trying to get down to the reason that you call me because she didn't use acetone to take off your nail polish?
What? Well, yo, it just happened on the news in East Bush. It made the world news. So crazy, you know.
But you know, it's just sad that you see the uniform, then just treat it as it is. You know what I'm saying? He don't have a body camera. You act like I came out with my baton out ready to knock your ass out because you decided to call. You know what I mean? And then to top it off, she
like you a target. You a target.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
she
like,
leaves.
So she didn't even want to deal with you then because
no, she speaks, and then I resolved the situation, and then she says, you know what, never mind, I don't want to do my nails here.
Did she pay?
No, she didn't pay. She left with 2 nails without nail polish on.
Nail polish. Yeah, a lot of it, I mean, some of this shit, man, it's just common sense. It's like you shouldn't even have to resort to a 911 call.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then what makes it rough is everyone looks at it like the owner of the location. She was like, I called you a long time ago. I said, ma'am, you realize 911 works for everybody in the city. You call, it don't mean 50,000 other people are calling me because there's a cat stuck in a tree, because they just realized that their cousin stole their phone last year. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot to go to. That's how come, like, my whole goal is just to get into a community-based unit, which hopefully soon I should be getting picked up. You know, my whole thing is just about messing with these kids, because I do a lot. I've done a summer camp 3 years in a row with the kids.
That's what's
you
up.
know what I'm saying? I gave out sneakers in the beginning of school. I'll park up in front of a school and ask them what size they are, and if they're the size that I have, here you go, here's a pair of sneakers. It's just a lot. You know, it's rough because, you know, the parents aren't that convincing sometimes. Also, you know, it sucks when you see a parent drop off a kid at like a junior high school and she's doing a blood handshake with him, or the dad picks him up and he's flagging with the dad. You know,
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
The other day there was, I think, a 12-year-old. He was flagging at me with the Crips signs and all that, with with the crispy fingers and all of that. And I told him, just remember that I wear blue too, so I'm down with you. So he changed. He cut his direction of flight. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes you have to be sarcastic with them.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, as much as you could be a gentleman, but at the same time, you know, you got to handle your business. That's what sucks about this job. You know, like I could go up to a scene where Reggie's fighting with one of you guys, and it's really just a stupid fight, but because someone has a black eye, one of you guys got to go.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's what sucks about the whole thing. So I'd rather not deal with it. I'd rather truly not even deal with it.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
That's some perspective for real.
Yeah, because I mean, I think like the time that I hurt my gun hand, that was like one of my biggest oh shit moments, because a crowd of like maybe 300 people poured out of the club ready to fight. I mean, these dudes were fighting. It was like, Jesus Christ, man, someone's gonna get hurt, and sure enough, I'm the one who gets hurt.
This is in Staten Island?
Yeah, man.
They got clubs in Staten Island, son? All right.
Oh, shit, what the fuck?
Well,
I never ever heard anybody talk about going.
Well, it was one of them nonsense. It was one of them nonsense hookah lounge.
Okay.
Yeah, but my boy that locked up the dude, he was able to get it shut down through the city. So they shut down that spot. That kind of like rang a bell for all the other little spots, not to have like a hookah lounge place, you know. But
I hear that, man. Yeah. So that whole Eric Garner thing, though, man. I know that wasn't your precinct.
Nah,
your precinct. Right?
No, it wasn't. Nah, it was the 120. It was the other one. That's the one by the ferry.
Other side of the island. Okay. Okay. You feel like there's been any change like in the culture in Staten Island and the precincts out there? You think it's same old business as usual?
Not really. After that, man, that changed a lot that changed everything citywide, man. that changed everything citywide. You know, a lot of the times, I mean, you know how you play fight with your friends when you were younger. The way he was taken down was the way we would take down one of our friends playing around. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But then it was more than just a friendly, you know,
right.
wrestling.
You know what? It was a rough takedown. It was a rough takedown and
illegal chokehold.
Well, you see, the thing with that is I can't say it. Hold on. Rewind. It was deemed an illegal chokehold. Okay. You understand? What that's like doing jujitsu and not laying on top of the person and holding his arms down to put him into an arm lock. You understand what I'm saying? And going in the sense of tactics. Tactics at any given time. A lot of people, when it comes to tactics, aren't going to automatically think, okay, I'm going to put my arm this way. And then if he moves to the right, I'll do this. And then I had seen Eric Garner. Eric Garner was a big dude, man.
Oh, you seen him before? You seen him?
Yeah.
On your patrols?
Yeah. He was a big dude. Now, I'm not saying what happened was wrong. I'm not saying what happened was right. You understand?
Right.
Sometimes when you're put in a position of where you're pretty much your back's against the wall against someone that can possibly, you know, adrenaline kicks in. That's like if I'm pushing you against the wall, Reg, and I corner you into the corner of your bedroom with those 2 water bottles in the back of you to your left, and you're stuck in that corner. You're gonna let me keep pushing you into that wall? No, you're gonna act. You know, you're gonna act in your defense of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Could things have been handled differently? Quarterback the situation. Everyone can quarterback the situation, but when you put yourself in it, it's just what you're gonna do at that time. You know what I'm saying? It's now or never, that type of thing.
I think at the end of the day, what gets me angry is the fact that the justice is not served if this person is still able to go home, chill with his family, collect a paycheck, you know what I'm saying, and not see his day in court. You know what I mean? It's like he has to. But you know what I mean? There's no justice being served, bro. It's like you took a man's life, and it might not have been intentional, but at the end of the day, you still took a man's life who didn't pose a threat. You know, that to me deserves some type of reprimand, like some kind of repercussion in some form of fashion.
No, I understand what you're saying, and I'm not downplaying your opinion, but at the same time, if you're gonna hold a view like that, you got to look at it like this: what about these guys that just got paroled that murdered 2 cops?
Oh no, I'm not saying, you know,
no, but hear me out. You have to go, if you're gonna go on that platform, the platform has to be across the board completely, because if you tell me, oh, he did 30 years, he's reformed. No, but at the end of the day, he took a person's life. So you know what? With that being said, brutally, he deserves it. But
and he deserves whatever is due to him as well.
But Charles Barron doesn't think that.
You see, you know, now you're going into politics, man.
Yeah.
You know, he has agenda.
Barron is.
He's a council member out here in Brooklyn, East New York, Brooklyn too. I think East New York. I think he might represent Brownsville also. He's a former Black Panther. So he's definitely, you know, what mindset he's on.
Very vocal.
yeah, for real.
You know, but I mean,
but he has his agendas.
With everything being said, you know, I mean, like I said, it's sad. To me, a death is a death, no matter how it occurs.
For sure.
You understand? And I understand. Like I said, I understand your point of view about, you know, to allow him to gain a paycheck and continue. I mean,
repeat it, and it's not a first incident. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this dude was.
Well, you're gonna get the
choir boy.
Right, but you're gonna get the use of force complaints if I tell you to put your hands behind you and I go to grab your hand to put them behind you and you fight me. That's already a use of force. The minute I put my hand on you, I could put a finger on you, and that's considered I'm using force on you. You understand? Like, there have been times I'll ask a person, like, not too recently ago, I sprained my right hand again. That's number 6. I told the dude respectfully, dude, do me a solid. Just turn your hands behind your back. We'll get to the precinct. I'm going to explain everything to you. We'll figure this out. I told him like 4 times, big dude, on a fight. You understand? That's the whole thing. It's like, sometimes if you do, either you come across as an asshole or as a gentleman, it doesn't determine how the outcome is going to be. You know what I'm saying?
I guess every situation is like subjective. Just depends on which point of view you're looking at it from. You know?
Yeah, because I mean, if you think about the whole thing now with the use of force, look at the COs, corrections officers.
Oh yeah.
Like if they get punched, kicked, or spat at, they can't do nothing. They got to press a little button and call for a supervisor and hope the inmate goes back in his cell.
Right. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like, I understand what you're saying about there being repercussions, but little by little, the repercussions are they're taking either tactical or they're taking tactical options away from us and giving the public more options on how they can attack us. Because they know what they can't do. They know what they can do. Like the whole thing with the phones recording. Like there's a recording out there about a dude that just went into a precinct. He's cursing out a sergeant.
Yeah, I saw that.
Listen, textbook law 101 tells you if he's in the location, you tell him to leave 3 times. He doesn't leave 3 times, guess what? You're trespassing. Now you get arrested. But the sergeant wanted to sit there and go back and forth with him about he could record. He can't record. No,
he played himself. Yeah, the sergeant did play himself.
Yeah.
I saw the video, man.
You know what I'm saying?
So that shit is crazy because you know what it is also. It's like dudes know that they can take advantage of the situation with these cameras. And I think some of the cops, they are just afraid. They're just, afraid of the lawsuits. They're afraid of the repercussions.
I don't think it's even afraid. It's now more of a matter of I got to make sure I go home and I got to make sure I could collect my pension once I retire.
Yeah, but
because
my thing is
you pick and choose your fights. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing with it is just absolutely ridiculous. Because
now my thing is like I'm like, again, this is my personal opinion. But if you're going to go into a place of employment, somebody's place of employment, and you're going to pop shit like that, you gotta know that the shit is going to end up, you're going to get.
That's the thing, Reg. That's the thing. First of all, let me tell you where everything went wrong with that video. The female that was sitting in front of him when he was cursing him out, you know that she's busy writing a report.
She didn't. Well, she's a female. She's,
but it doesn't matter
against the dude.
Yeah, but you know what? At the same time, you and I know sometimes a female's instinct and demeanor can de-escalate quickly. Because she could have been. I've been in situations where a dude is barking at me and a female cop come, and she'd be like, "Hey, honey, listen, come and talk to me," and they'll talk to her and tell her the whole story. It's just they don't want to deal with a dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the same thing right there, and the same thing right there was she wasn't ready for anything. What if the dude would have came out with something and she's busy with her head in the report? That's one thing with me, man. Like I don't play that getting close to people, and when people want to talk to me, like when they want to come up to my car, I'm like, do me a favor, just keep your distance. Right. And they give you that look and you tell them, I'm telling you for your safety and my own, just stay over there. Whatever you got to tell me, you could tell me from over there. Right. And they'll walk away and be like, oh, fuck you. And I'll be like, all right, have a good day. If you need anything, call 911. And I'll tell them, and they'll consider it sarcasm, but that's how you got to treat it sometimes.
Right.
That's exactly how you got to treat it. Because I've been in predicaments, bro, I'm telling you. And then when you Spanish is even worse because they think you're going to look out for them. Like I locked up one dude. He's like, "Oh, we Puerto Rican, bro. Don't give me the felony, bro. You know, look out for me." In the back.
Sound like recent shit. Yeah.
I didn't think someone's gonna talk about the story about how we met. I was like, yo, please let me go, son.
Oh God.
My crib is right there.
I mean, I'd be playing dumb, like I don't speak it. They be talking to me in Spanish, and I'll be like, no habla. I'd be like, no habla. And like, I'll get back in the car, and the guys will be like, yo, why didn't you say? I said, I don't want to deal with that, bro. You want to deal with that all night? The minute you tell them that you don't speak it, they're going to not want to talk to you whenever they see you. Yeah. So let them rock. Like the drunk Mexicans I deal with, they be drunk as hell. I'll be like, papi, take that over there, bro. Go. You know? Yeah, but it's crazy, man. I remember, you know, Reg was one of them dudes too back in the days. He fronting like he Mr. Angel.
We talk about it. We know this dude ain't no damn angel. Don't.
Yo, Reg, you remember the day for the I think it was the Yankees ticker tape parade with Gravy in front of the bank.
Yeah.
That the dude got stupid with him, and he was gonna straight up give him like $2.50s and an extra 50 for the hell of it.
Yeah, that was a wild boy, yo. Boy Grab. He was a wild boy. The dude, actually, son. Actually, it was me that was going to fight the dude.
Of course, I'm not even surprised,
yo. It was the World Series. It was Yankees had won the World Series, and they had the parade going down Broadway, and it was right in front of our job. So we go out there, you know what I'm saying? We want to take part of the festivities and shit. And
it's because Graf was bagging some white chick, remember?
He was trying to holler at some white chick.
Yeah, exactly.
And I guess the white dude didn't appreciate the
shit. Hold on, you say Graf?
One of my boys, man. My boys from Queens, yo. Way back.
I thought you was talking about the rapper Graf.
Nah. This dude,
he got a rap, all right, but not that kind.
Not that kind.
Yeah.
So me and the white dude started getting into it and started pushing, shoving, tussling, and all that. And Grab actually broke it up. Grab actually pulled me away and shit.
And then he said, "You know what?" Then he went in his pocket, and I was like, "No, you're not doing this right here. No, you're not doing this." My father works in the building.
Yeah, right in front of work.
Works in the building. Yep.
It's crazy, man. I've changed. I'm a changed man.
Oh, please.
Oh, Lord.
Come a long way, yo. Come a long way.
Since last week, right?
More like yesterday.
Hilarious, man.
Yeah, man. But that's it, man. You know, it's a good gig, man. You could change a lot. You can impact a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in doing something with you, man. We're working with these kids, yo.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
I've done some work with kids also in the community. I've been part of the whole Big Brother, Big Sister program.
Okay.
And I would definitely be interested. Like, if you know you got something coming up.
The next thing I got got coming up is Halloween. That's when I have something. What I do is I get about 4 or 5 squad cars. I put them in front of the precincts, and I fill the trunks up with candy for the kids, so they have a safe haven to come and do the trick or treating at.
Right.
I have a DJ that comes down. I have like that big rock wall that kids could climb and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have that up there. I have like Fidelis Care. They come down and they give the people like health insurance information.
Okay.
Yeah, I get a lot of stuff. I mean, I get a lot of stuff donated, but at the same time, I come out of pocket a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like last year, I gave out candy from like 3:30 in the afternoon to exactly 7 o'clock at night. You know, like that. That's how much candy I had. I got lucky because one of the guys at a store in the neighborhood, he was like, "I'll give you 50% off of whatever candy you buy." So I bought like $1,000 worth of candy. So it only came out to like 500.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's cool.
This is working with the community, letting them know that, you know, you're a human being just like them, you know what I'm saying? And
and that's the problem. That's the problem.
And so a lot of cops don't do that. A lot of cops they just look at it as a job. They punch in, they punch out, they walk these streets, and they got these quarters. Even though I know you don't have to say anything, you know what I mean. I'm not trying to get you in trouble, but I know they don't say anything, you know what I mean. But I know we all know that there's a quota system, so they go out there. And
you said you said you need a quarter for the system. You said quarter.
Exactly.
You know, and you know, it's funny because when I joke around with the guys at work, like I tell them, you know, this is a kindler, gentler department. We give out hugs and lollipops now. You know,
hugs and lollipops. It's a new type of force. It's a new new NYPD.
You know what? It's gonna take time, but I mean, little by little, some of the stuff that's being implemented is working. You know what I mean? And how stuff is dealt with internally. Like, you know, I mean, I've never been one to get in trouble, so I don't got to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? And anytime I've been hands-on is legitimately a reason. I'm in the hospital after that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, you know, I teach my kids that too. You know what I'm saying? I tell them not everybody's like me. You're going to meet a cop that's going to have an attitude. You're going to meet a cop that's nice. You're going to meet a cop that's okay. You know, not everybody's, you know, and at the same time, what it boils down to is how you wake up that morning. Right. That's what I tell a lot of them. I tell them, I mean, like, you know what? You could wake up and be in a bad mood. Why can't that kid wake up and be in a bad mood? Mm-hmm. You know, what if...
100% right.
Well, what if he woke up and showed his dad a report card that has straight 90s, but his dad is a douche? And he's like, I don't give a shit about that. So the kid's going to have an I don't give a shit about that attitude when he walks to school.
Right.
Even though he's doing good in classes, he's still going to be the one that he does good, but he has a mouthpiece on him. He's quick to start something up. You know what I mean? So, I mean, one success story I have, I mean, I'm not trying to just drag on about it and shit. It was this kid, one kid, he got locked up. I locked him up for 12 bags of marijuana and a dozen marijuana brownies. So when he didn't, I knew he had the 12 bags on him. I told him straight up, I went in his face. I said, listen, I'm going to treat you like a total man. I know you got marijuana on you. And he's telling me, no, I don't. I tell him, listen, I grew up in Brooklyn and I was a cop in Brooklyn. I know you have marijuana on you. Either you give it to me now or you give it to me at the precinct. If you give it to me at the precinct, you look at it as a felony charge because you have drugs on school grounds. You give it to me now, I'm going to help you. So he says, that's your word as a man? I said, that's my word as a man. I got you. He gives it to me. Whatever. Proceedings happen the way they happen. He sees me the first day of school. He says, hey, what's going on? I'm like, what's good? You all right? He's like, yeah, everything worked out. Thank you. I said, nah, no problem, yo. It's all good. Like 3 months later, he comes up to me, yo, look at my report card. Straight 90s.
Wow.
Next report card, straight 90s. Shows me, he sees me like maybe January, March, like in May. He says, yo, I just got a full-blown scholarship to Buffalo State on football.
Wow. That's amazing, man.
So, and it's crazy because even the Billy Badasses he'd be walking out the school with, when he would see me, he'd come up to me and give me the pound and be like, hey, what's good? I'd be like, what's good? Yo, you good? All right, no doubt. Be safe. And be like, you too. And he keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you know. I mean, that's one success story. I mean, right, you can't, out of 10 that I got through to, then I did something. You know, you're not going to get through to everybody, you know.
Right.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. People got to realize that you're not going to get through to everyone, no matter how good a cop you are.
Right.
I mean, I could be an angel from heaven, and there's always going to be that one person that's going to test an angel, regardless of what you do for him, you know?
For sure, man.
That's dope, man. That's a dope story.
I mean, yo, the next time I do something, man, I mean, y'all more than willing. Y'all could all come down and do a podcast right from the precinct. I could get that okay. I'll give you an opener.
I don't think I'm allowed. You know,
you probably got warrants, right? Yeah, I know. I bet you he turned in that New York license for that Jersey license because his joint is suspended out here. That's why.
Rest him over the phone.
Already, right? You know, I'm with a right
it's
now.
all good. I got your IP address. Don't worry that. Don't worry that.
Told you, man. Told you, brother.
Big brother's always watching. Thanks, Reg. Thanks for the tip. Thanks
Oh,
for the tip, Reg.
You called it, kid.
Son, I've been telling these dudes that you good, man. This ain't no setup, yo. And then now you gonna say that.
Yo,
you said you wanted the $1,000. I didn't.
Oh,
That's how it is, Prince.
That about you, man. You knew it.
All right. I bet that's when you took the bread, right, Prez? Right when you texted.
That's yo, but let me ask you, man, what you listening to right now? How you feeling about hip hop today, man? What's your what's in your tape deck right now?
What's in my tape deck right now is it's probably the Black album right now, the Blueprint. Still the oldies, you know. I still rock with the DOS Effects, that whole little hit squad thing.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was listening actually. I don't know if you remember this. You have to remember this group because you grew up in Flatbush, but they're from Harlem. You remember that group Ziggy?
Yeah, Uptown shit. Do the
Uptown Bounce.
Uptown Bounce.
Do the Uptown. Yeah, the Low Lives. You know.
Of course.
Listen to that. Yeah, I listen to. I'm not listening to nothing new, man. I'm not feeling none of that other nonsense that's out there, bro.
Nah, you ain't feeling.
Yeah.
You ain't feeling that Nicki, man. That Nicki Minaj.
Look, my thing is this. It's funny because I played a Nicki Minaj mixtape that I had from when she was scrapping it.
Yeah.
To how she sounds now, and it's so offbeat, off what she was. You know what I'm saying? That whole nonsense of the no, I don't need that. I don't need you going in. I don't need you trying to act like a ventriloquist. I don't need you disguising your voice or nothing like that. You know, I mean, it's just I don't listen to a lot of it, bro. I don't listen to a lot of it.
You just want bars, man. You just want to hear the bars.
That's all I want. That's all I want. I want to listen to something with some content that'll get me thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the other day I was listening to as a matter of fact, OC's album. What was it? I think it was called Dropping Jewels. That album. I think that was his last album he had put out. Jewels, right? That's what it was, right? Yeah. I was listening to that one, and I actually started typing up lyrics in my notes on my iPhone.
Okay.
And it was just crazy. It was just, you know, back then there was so much content and feeling and realness behind it, you know, because dudes really had a struggle for a record deal. You know, now you got a fat ass and big tits and you're getting a deal because they could sell the product. That's what they're selling, this product. They're not selling an artist.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like one of my boys at Broadway, he's working with I don't know if you've noticed this girl. She's coming up. Her name is Danny Lee. She look her up. She's coming up big time. She's now on the Tiana Taylor tour.
Okay.
She's doing a Tiana Taylor tour, and it was with Jeremiah, but Jeremiah got kicked off the tour or something for being stupid with Tiana Taylor.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw something about that, man.
Yeah, I think he got kicked off the tour because he was too much. Well, they were performing at the PlayStation theater. So he called me up. He was like, "Yo, come down, bring your daughter so she can meet or whatever. Give her the VIP access." So she was open. As you guys, Reg, I always got to hook up for something. Yeah. There's somebody in my phone. Whatever it is you need, I'm definitely got somebody in the phone for you.
That's what's up.
So whatever, I took her, and like my daughter was asking me, like how the people were dressing, how this, how that. I said that's not the way it was back in the days. Back in the days, it was you had a pair of Jabos and a Tommy Hilfiger top. And you were rocking it. Even the shorties, they were wearing baggy jeans and a polo rugby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean, like I'm a crazy polo fanatic. You can ask Reg. It's like my polo collection is by far premier. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like guys out here, they don't know that. But like some sergeants that come out of Brooklyn, they see it and they be like, oh, I know that P-Wing. I know that teddy bear. You know what I'm saying? I know that track shoe. Yeah. But back then, hip hop was music and fashion.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't about coming out with rainbow colored hair. It wasn't about it wasn't about, I mean, honestly, I think half of these dudes tat up their bodies just to make it seem like an image. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all this bullshit jewelry that they're wearing. I mean, if you really go back, I mean, take it back to the Jay-Z and Biggie days. A Jesus piece was all you needed, and you were killing it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
One chain, right?
Yeah, a Jesus piece, or your label's symbol. You know what I'm saying? And Jay lived in Marcy, so he wasn't far from where Playtime Studios was.
Yeah, no.
You know, every now and then you saw that ES300 roll down Graham Avenue, not Graham. Graham Avenue. You know, with the tints, and you know the ES300 with the tints, you know that was Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's crazy how they tie in everything from money to drugs and guns and gangs, and it's like, you gotta be shitting me, man. Like, the only gang you had before was your label. It wasn't a such thing as, oh, that label's affiliated or it supports the Bloods and Crips. You know,
crazy. Treyway.
Yeah, and you know, you had mom and pop record labels. You know what I'm saying? It was that. You had Raucous Records. You had
Throwback.
You had Raucous Records. You had Priority. That wasn't that big of a label. Priority wasn't a big label.
Loud.
You had Tommy Boy, Loud. You had Searchlight, which was MC Search's label, Searchlight Records.
Publishing.
Yep. I pay Searchlight Publishing. You know, it's just how everything changed. Like if you ask anyone, they'll tell you. I think they even asked Jay, and he said it. One of his worst songs that he did was Sunshine, and who produced it? Puffy, of course, because he had him dancing around in a shiny ass suit.
Yep, I remember that was that radio record. That was exactly. You know, they needed that radio record, and that was
right.
And you know, they go through it, man. It's a phase that these artists go through. You know, they feel like they got to do what's popular, do what's going to give them the spins and all of that, crossing over to that different audience, whatever. But you know, I think the music though, like even though you might not be listening to what's out there now, there's still some young gunners out there that's still putting in work.
There are.
I can't even call them young gunners anymore. Like as far as people I'm talking about, like Coles and the Kendricks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. See, like they have content in their music.
Yeah, for sure.
Sky Zoo.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Your boy, how you feel about Joel Ortiz, man? Joel Ortiz is not too far from.
Man. Why you know Joel Ortiz got bars for these cats, bro? You know that
for sure.
You know that first dude to get signed to Dre's label straight out of freaking straight out of Cooper Projects. You know what I'm saying? He's an unsigned hype that no matter what he puts out, he's gonna get that buzz because of the underground.
Yeah.
No matter what, dude. Like that whole backpack crew thing that they got going on, that shit is sick.
Yeah.
Like you listen to him and it's like you bite your hand, you're like, oh shit. You know, like when you take that dump and it like really relieved you. That's how you feel inside. That's how you feel inside, because it's like, did he just really say that shit? You know what I'm saying? But you don't have that. Yeah. There's no effect like that anymore. Yo, come on, Reg, man. When was the last time you probably went down through West 4th or West 8th and actually seen a live cypher like you used to see back in the days?
Nah, that don't happen anymore.
Come on, dude.
Cats don't do that.
Yeah, holding ciphers right by NYU and all that shit.
That shit don't happen, bro. That shit. It used to be a time where you would literally get on a train and go to these different boroughs to like go and find dudes
and jumping in ciphers. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Did we ever go to a Rocksteady reunion together?
I don't think so, man. I don't think we ever did that
remember Frosty Freeze.
Frosty Freeze, rest in peace. Yes, indeed. Yo, Frosty Freeze, man. Dude was nice.
Them Rocksteady reunions I used to go to in the Bronx, bro. It was like, it was sick, bro. And then when we used to go to the Lyricist Lounge,
Lyricist Lounge for sure. Yeah,
come on, bro. Sure. You go to Lyricist Lounge, or you go to the SOBs.
SOBs,
you know what I'm saying?
SOBs still be popular. It still be popular.
I remember I went to SOBs one time with my boy CK and Phil. And
CK. You know him. Yeah, what up?
We were Sons of Man were performing.
Damn, yo.
And don't forget, I went to school with Smith and Wesson, Ruck and Rock, OGC, all them cats.
Yeah,
I went to school with all of them. They came up in that. Man, my school was Cybertron, bro. They were DCEPs.
Yeah.
Boy, the DCEPs did not play, bro.
Man,
listen.
That's a whole nother episode right there, bro.
Ooh, I remember clearly.
We could talk about some gangs.
Dude, I got in so cool, bro. I never forget it, bro. I kid you not. I was a freshman. This dude smacked me from behind. I turned around, and all I know is Starang had him hemmed up, and he was like, yo, that's my boy. You better leave him alone. I was like, yep, that's my boy. Okay. And after that, we just became good friends. And then after that, it was like Steel and Tech were doing their thing with Buckshot and all that other crazy nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see, that's essence right there. Like listening to Souls of Mischief. Oh damn! So many people. It's just crazy. Like the Bush Babies when they came out with that song. Remember when?
Native Tongue, man. That was like they was like the fucking they was like the last group to come out of that whole Native Tongue clique. You know what I mean? Like an extension of the Native Tongue.
Yep, and they were the first ones to really do that mashup of reggae and hip
hop. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, you had Mad Lion, but he was whack. So.
Shout out to Mad Lion.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one joint. Yeah, that one. Joint.
That's like saying you like Shaggy. Come on, Reg. Come on.
Yo, Shaggy's nice. Son. Shaggy's like
Reggie,
Reginald. Gets busy, son.
Reginald. He gets busy with a fake Jamaican voice.
That's the first.
That is definitely the first. Yeah.
Man. Listen, say what you want, man. Shaggy gets busy. That's an international star right there.
Oh, no, yeah, you can't knock him. You can't knock him for adapting to the culture and making money out of it. That's what everyone does, bro.
Yeah. How was Shaggy any different from LL Cool J?
Whoa.
Come on.
Wow. Or Will Smith. He's a better example.
This is where the trolling press comes out.
How is Shaggy any different from Will Smith?
Well, I think you like personally. I think you like Will Smith more. I think
I'm just saying he's a
Will Smith fan. I think you want to get jiggy with it. That's what I think you want to do.
Listen, he's the Jamaican version of Will Smith.
No, he's not, Reg. You know what, Reg? If I was in the same room with you or not, I'd probably give you a gill or a chop.
Oh, bring back the chop. Give me that
neck. Hilarious,
you know.
Reginald.
But you remember, Reg? You remember that time when we were in Playtime, they were going against the landlord, whatever. Me and you almost got into a fight in the courtroom.
Oh, man. Well, how the fuck did he bring us down there anyway, yo?
Because he wanted us to testify for some stupid shit. And I was there, and I'm like, where the fuck is Reggie? Where Reggie at? And he like, don't worry about it, Reg coming. I'm like, if Reg ain't here, I ain't doing nothing. So so in the back of my mind, I'm praying, please don't show up, because I don't want to deal with this nonsense.
Right.
I'm getting ready to walk out. Here come Reggie. Yo, y'all ready to do this? I was like, oh, you're killing me, bro. You're killing me. And then I'm like, I'm not doing it. He's like, Al, you got to do it. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Me and Reg in the freaking courtroom, in the lobby of the courtroom, arguing with each other, about to go to blows over who's going to say something about the stupid landlord.
Wow. Yo, I completely forgot about that shit, man. I completely forgot about that, yo.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Damn, man, my phone is at like 4%, bro.
Oh, damn. All right, man. So let's go ahead and wrap this joint up, bro.
All right. So what are your thoughts and comments and concerns, Mr. Reg?
Oh, shit.
My comments and concerns as far as what? As far as
the whole cast, bro. The whole podcast right now.
Oh, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. This is like my opportunity to like kind of like you know, share my experiences growing up, you know, with these brothers, with these three brothers, you know, you know, because we all, you know, share that love for the culture. We all grew up kind of different but the same, you know what I mean? Like that hip hop kind of like bonded us together, just like, you know, bonded us and shit.
Definitely.
Yeah, you know, but I just wanted to, you know, shout you out and get you on here, give you a little platform and just talk about, you know, what it's like growing up.
Yo, word up.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on because you definitely had some stories. It was very entertaining.
Oh man, listen.
Yes.
Listen. We gotta go out to dinner. That'll be more entertaining, believe me. Let me tell you something.
For sure. You don't give him too much, man. Don't give him too much, though.
I'm talking about from graffiti stories to everything, bro.
Wow.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That I think you know what? It's crazy because there are very few. You know, there are very few people I keep in my circle, and you know, coming up in life, besides who I grew up with in the projects, you know, their phone numbers, whatever. But I think as in time changing, work wise, career wise, like I mean, Reg was first there, like when I came out pregnant. He was like one of the first dudes I called, and he was like, "Oh, now you gonna go through it, bro. Now you gonna know what it is to have a kid," you know. But it was always a positive vibe. It wasn't a shitty vibe or a sideway remark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, off the top of my head, I think in my 42 years of life and work experiences, I have maybe 4 or 5 good friends' phone numbers. One is Reg, one is my boy Maurice, one is my boy Matos. 3, not even 5 people. I mean, I may have the number, but that I actually will shoot out a text every once in a blue moon, be like, "Yo, what's good? How's everything going?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All that other stuff. But it's just like the hip hop quote, real recognize real. You know what I'm saying? We've always been able to air it out and just keep it 100 with each other and still be whenever we see each other. Ain't no love lost. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Run up in the hood, man, because I got my dick sucked and my. Definitely, brothers. Definitely, man.
Appreciate you coming on, my man.
Definitely.
Always. Listen, whenever I'm not gonna be available for the next 3 weeks, but anytime after that, you know what I'm saying? A brother like me, I'm gonna work the U.S. Open.
Oh, look at you, man. Fancy.
Ching ching, and the kid is 105 hours in 3 weeks.
Damn.
Okay.
I hear that, man.
Right there.
Keep your hands off Serena. Keep your hands off Serena.
Nah, it's all good. I'm trying to hit up the polo shop over there. You know me, Reg.
There you go again.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. Definitely a pleasure. We'll definitely do it again. Hopefully, I get you guys to come down in Reg's minivan, you know, because he's from Flatbush. You know, probably charge you $1 a head, you know.
He sure will. Don't pick me up, brother.
Yes, for sure.
Haitian Uber.
Hey, we get you there, man. Better than the mass transit, yo. Better than mass transit, for real.
Oh boy, yeah, crazy.
Alizé, man, yo, thank you for tuning in.
Anytime, brother.
Thank you for checking with us and, you know, being a guest tonight.
Always. You know what it is, kid.
Yes, for sure, man. Definitely we want to reach out to you and you know, definitely could be a guest again.
Definitely. Give me that heads up and I'll be ready for y'all.
All right. Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate it.
All right, ladies.
Yes,
have a good night, man.
Later.
All right,
ladies.
Peace.
All right. That's what's up. Another dope conversation, man. Your man Alizé.
Yes.
That's what's up, man.
NYPD.
That's what it is, man. Yo, before we wrap it up real quick, just wanted to say the rest in peace to Aretha Franklin. You know what I'm saying? I know we talked about it when she was sick last week, and then you know, she finally, I think she might have passed like the next day, I think, or 2 days after we did the episode or whatever.
Yeah.
The next day, yeah. R.I.P. to Aretha Franklin, man. All her fans, all her family, man, and
the Queen of Soul.
Definitely the Queen of Soul, man. We're just talking about like throughout the course of the week, man, which got me thinking a whole nother thing about how you never knew so much stuff about her until she passed, man. You started finding out all this shit about her. Like, never knew any of this stuff. Like, oh my God. So somebody got to get out there, man. Somebody got to get out there to relay this information, man. You don't have to wait till people pass away to find out all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's story need to be told. So
don't wait till it's too late.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But wait till it's too late.
That's what's up, man. Y'all got any final words, man? Final words before we wrap this up?
Yo, man, just definitely appreciate people checking in, tuning in, and all that good stuff. I think this was like, a little bit different for us as far as the type of topic and conversation. But I think it was dope. I think we that's what we do. That's where we excel, man. We kind of we versatile with it.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And you just to show you that we can have guests on here that can talk about real, everyday topics, that people are dealing with, and still keep it, true to the culture.
Yes, indeed.
All
right, that's what's up, man. We So Classic Podcast, man. Thanks for checking us out. Big shout out to SkyhawkRadioNC.com, man. Check us out Tuesdays at 8 p.m. over there. All over the place, man. Everywhere you get your podcast from, just type in We So Classic Podcast. We will definitely pop up, man. So big shout out, man, to everybody, man. Social media at We So Classic Crew. That's on Instagram and Twitter. Email is WeSoClassic@gmail.com. Want to hit me up personally? It's at DJ D Dame. That's on Instagram and Twitter. And the email is djddame@gmail.com.
Yeah. Check it out. It's your boy Prez, man. You can definitely catch me on the Instagram and the Twitter. Just hit me up at 1804, rep 1804, REP 1804. That's on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah.
Yo, as always, it's your boy Lou Hall. If you want to catch me at all, especially this weekend coming up, the shenanigans that's going to take place with me and the wifey in Atlanta, Halls meet the Carters. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
You can catch me at Lou Hall is IZ back, BACK. Lou Hall is back, BACIZ, BACK. Also, you can hit me on the email. That's going to be louhall803@yahoo.com. louhall803@yahoo.com.
No doubt. And I want to give a big shout out to the We So Classic Tribe.
No doubt.
On Facebook, yo, sign up, give us a holler. With a couple of tribe members. What we got out of the conversation tonight for sure was how the police are viewed by the citizens, and also we saw his perspective on how the police view the citizens. Also, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no doubt.
It's a double-edged sword. And I think everybody should just understand that. Just be yourself, be real, be understanding that, okay, you're in a particular situation, and I almost understand the view of, you can't talk to somebody as a human one-on-one sometimes because of the false pretenses or stereotypes they already have in their head about you before you even show up, before you even open your mouth. Everybody on the tribe, be safe. Everybody in that's wearing the uniform, be safe. Like he said, I know a lot of good policemen that's out there doing it.
Word up.
I'm on Twitter at Southside Recess, on that IG at GETDAFUCOUTAHERE, which most of my friends would say for me to get the fuck out of here.
All right, that's it. Get the fuck up out of here. Thanks for checking us out. We out. Peace. We out.